Hello YouTube, back again with another video. This is going to be a non-custom duel. It's going to be my ABC deck against my opponent's Eldlich deck. But one thing you'll notice is very odd is that he's not playing a 15 card extra deck, because that's the maximum you could play them. And that's the only limit too. Like, you can play 15, and that's usually what players are supposed to play when playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The amount they're supposed to have in their extra deck is the most that they can play, and it's the limited amount. I just find it odd, in case, I don't know, unless he forgot to add cards in his extra deck, but there's usually no excuse for not playing 15 cards in your extra deck. But as we're going to continue forward, as you can tell, I supposed to summon Galaxy Soldier by dumping Union Driver from my hand to grave, allowing me to search another Galaxy Soldier. Pretty sure, like, with the advantage I have now, I'm in the clear, so you'll be surprised with the kind of combos I can make with this deck. So I'm going to be using Driver, equipping it to Heavy Mech, and then it'll be able to banish itself from the spell trap card zone to equip it with another Union monster from my deck to the field. And I'll be obviously equipping it to Heavy Mech. Let's fast forward here. For B Buster Drake, it'll special summon itself, and I'll go into a Link 2. For Cost Sheep, and then B Buster Drake's effect will activate, allowing me to search a Union monster from my deck to my hand. And since it made sense for me to get C, since I already have A in my hand, and I need C in order to complete my fusion summon, and I'll be able to discard Core and then special summon Galaxy Soldier, and I'll dump Wyvern with my third Galaxy Soldier. And from here on out, I'm able to fusion summon with ease, using and he's confused. He's thinking I added 2 Galaxy Soldiers, but it was clear the other one was already meant if he click. But he's just saying, most likely he's just gonna assume, or he's trying to shark me. So what I mean by real shark, he's trying to claim that I cheated, just because I have just because I already had a second one in hand, and claiming that I added 2 when in reality I clearly added 1. But how do you special summon all in defense? It's not a hard once per turn. It's only the search effect that's a hard once per turn. I was right. And I continue with he's clearly butthurt, honestly. When I fusion summon, allows me to special summon Heavy Mech from grave. And I'll be able to go into another Link summon afterwards. But first I'm going to Exceed summon with my 2 level 5 light monsters. And I'm basically in the clear. Like, you'll see right now what's gonna happen. For most likely Appaloosa, she gets 3 counters because I use 3 monsters different names. And she's at 24, and she'll be able to gain it by reducing her attack to 800. So I have pretty much have 4 stops on my turn per opponent's turn. I can stop my opponent's monster's effect 3 times. With Appaloosa, I can stop one of my opponent's card effects once per turn. With Infinity, I have ABC, though I don't have a card in hand to discard, but it doesn't really matter. It all depends what he does on his very own first turn. So let's fast forward here. It's most likely going to be a quick duel, let's be honest. He sets all 5. I assume first he activates Black Awakening, and I'll negate with Affinity. And then, but at his cost, I have to detach. I'll end my turn. Is he going to scoop? But during my phase, I'll tribute Dragon Buster to retrieve my banished machine Union monsters. And I can most likely continue with the loop after. I'm already starting off awesome, and I already drew an amazing card, and I'm pretty sure he's aware. Lets me do, and then he scoops. So honestly, I don't really care if people decide to quit the duel, or whether they have, because it's not always the case, but there are people who quit because they're either really butthurt, but there's a good excuse that it could be their computer is actually lagging, or the site itself is freezing their computer. But but it really sucks. It isn't. Although I did win, I should be proud of myself. But it would also be nice to see the entirety of the duel, like us going back and forth and see like further results, and so we can see the type of cards that could have been played. Like I'll show you what he was playing. But yeah, even though he actually had the advantage though. This is where I'm very confused. He has all these powerful cards, but that's where I'm really confused. Considering, yeah, I had a very powerful board on my field, but he had 4 traps that could literally stop me, not stop me from doing anything, could literally stop my plays. And he has this trap card, which could help him retrieve his Eldlich monster. So I think he just scooped because he was just scared of my board, honestly. So the fear got to him. The fear got the best of him, even though he had like four powerful traps on his field. Even though I had really strong monsters, he feared that I could be able to overcome it. Although yes, I have 1 negate, but if he managed to, even if he played rivalry the warlords, he still had skill drain to negate it, paying 1,000 life points. But could it be that he was worried about me dealing more damage, or do you think I had something up my sleeve, even? And then I'd be having ways of getting rid of his cards, but that's just very mysterious. He had 4 powerful trap cards, but he didn't even make full use of them, and then he didn't really he wasn't thinking whether he'd have the advantage, and he could be able to overcome my field. And it's just that, like, even though I had 3, well, you either have 3 or 4 powerful monsters, he still couldn't be able to do something about it. But he just decided to scoop and thinking that he didn't have a chance when he clearly did. It just shows how much of a sore loser this guy really was. And I want to see the full use of his cards and the full win, so you guys can be able to witness it yourself. And so possibly you can learn from this duel. But again, it's his choice whether he wants to scoop or not. But like, I was just so confused considering now looking at the traps, even though I couldn't look at them during the duel. He definitely had ways of getting rid of my field. He definitely had cards that he could activate, that he could use to counter my field, but he just decided to refuse and thought he didn't have a chance and quit immediately, because that's where when Yu-Gi-Oh! There are times where you have to use your brain. Yes, it does require some thinking, but it doesn't require too much. Like, if you read your cards carefully, you realize this guy could have turned this door around and he probably could have put me at a disadvantage. But either way, again, I don't know whether you guys enjoyed this. Still hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.